a Vax New Wave, or for this particular generation, HF1400, the carpet washing upright cleaner from Vax that they used to make in the 90s. This one is actually brand new. Look, the cable is still bundled up here. I don't even think it's seen dirt, bar the dust that's on it. This is in for a motor problem. I'm not quite sure what that problem is yet. We'll find out shortly, but we're going to try and repair it and get this brand new machine working well again. Might have to try and do all that without breaking the cable thing there, because I don't want to be the person to do that. Ugh. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and vintage Vax chums. How are you today? I'm going to hang the cable on this very contour-esque cord hook here, because it is actually just pulling on the flex. I don't want to break the flex. I don't want to break it any more than it supposedly is, because yeah, it is brand new. It's supposedly, well, it's been turned on, and that's yielded a problem that we are going to have a look at shortly. But yeah, it's never actually been used. Let's go into the front first. Yeah, look, we have a bag door inner. Very nice indeed. Pop that up there carefully. Ooh, we have the manual, look. HF1300 and 1400. So yeah, this is the top of the range, top of the line version. I miss when Vax did their manuals like this. I have a lot of these scanned in from the olden days of the Vax website. Does this have a date on it? It doesn't really, but it will be early 90s, because that's the Hampton Lovett Droitwich address. We have ourselves a fancy, yeah, Vax and Arlette, just like the green New Wave that we used to have. And yeah, there's a date on these bags of week 12, 1998. So that's pretty cool there. Oh, we have the Electrolux did this as well. This is a blockage, like, puller thing. There you go, you pull that there, then the hose comes out, and then you can sort of rod it. It's like a drain snake. You can then rod all through and get any clogs and stuff out that your machine might have. And then we have, yeah, never used. The only dirt on there is what's fallen in from being open. So yeah, how peculiar. I mean, the back, well, we don't actually have any of the small tools. The guy kept those, but here is the hose end, and look, it is again never ever. Wow, yeah. Ooh, that's a very long hose. I didn't realise these came with a hose this good. Let's pop that. I think that's back in. Pop that back in there. I'll put the clip on this one. Yeah, okay, that's. Oh yeah, brand new. You can hear it. Oh, that's pretty cool. My green one had like one that was that long, and that was it. This is. Ooh, okay. That's pretty interesting. Let's have a quick shifty at the bottom. And just like up top, it's never been used. The wheels are spotless. Again, some marks from being pushed around and a little bit of flash rust on there. But look, this brush roll is mint. I think the belt's okay. It'll have a clutch this minute. That's actually quite stiff. We even have the original, oh, just lift it up a bit, ratings plate there. Look, model 41010, the 1300th, 469th one that ever came off the line. And yeah, for some reason, it is not happy. I think we should plug it in and see what it does. Okay, the switch on it is turned off, and I've just got this extension lead here so that we can leave the cable plumbed in. All right, let's see. Oh. Doesn't actually work at all. Okay, I mean, this lead works. It's on. Oh, right, let's start troubleshooting. Okay, well, this could be fun. We're going to start by undoing that big bolt there. And does it lift or does it pull back? I can't remember now. There you go, look, it pushes forwards. We can then, oh my gosh, push the handle off the machine. Then, and I don't know if I can show you this, we have a actually it's already labelled motor live and motor neutral, so all I've got to do is just put it off without, oh gosh, this is very annoying. On the later ones, it had a plug. I've got to try and release these spay terminals now while putting no pressure on the board at all. This is evil. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, well the live one just came off. They're not even, no, they're not even locking ones. This one is just stuck. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was difficult. So, back into continuity mode on my multimeter. I'm hoping that with the switch on, and there's nothing fancy going on here, this is the neutral. This is the live. Ooh, so there's nothing coming through there, but that may not mean much, because there could be a PCB that isn't firing. What we're going to do now is open up the entire handle with all of these screws here. You're brand new. Why didn't you ever had you back in the day? Just to take you back. I wonder if this is one of those new in-box ones from discontinued but discounted. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Okay, cool. Screws everywhere, but that's fine. Yeah, there's our knob for our variable control. Ooh, screw there, and a screw up top. And our PCB comes out. Ooh, there's a little bit of crustiness on there, isn't there? Not sure I like that. ACT Europe Limited. Very cool. But this then gives us access straight to the cable, so we can rule it out straight away. Ooh. Oh, okay, that cable's up here, but I'm now doubting the switch, because the switch was on. Oh, which side are you? Yeah, live's fine. Neutral's fine. Switch on. Yes. Yeah. Ha. The switch is broken. That's interesting. And possibly quite easy to fix, but oh my goodness. Oh no, that's easy. So do I have to fight spade terminals now? And no, I don't. Those two can come out, and I think the switch should just push down. Okay. Oh, it comes out this way, look. Okay. Look, we're learning something. Here is our switch. It does feel quite sticky, and there's obviously nothing going through it. Question is, do I have a replacement on hand? A quick rootle around in the shed has revealed a suitable candidate. I've got a couple of stars of this switch, but this is the only one that I've got that has the button with the 4 prongs. I don't think it's not going to matter that it's got the bottom bit. It's the same physical size, same physical shape. We're going to pop these back on this side from the mains cable. Tuck it down. Oh, into place. Come on. You just come out of here. Why are you being a sod? And hopefully, come on. Yeah, it fits. That will fit into there. I can then put these wires back on, and then I'm just going to clean up this PCB with a contact cleaner and a little brush. Well, we now have a neutral all the way to the end of that PCB, but not a live. But I don't know if there's something on there that needs to be energised perhaps before use. So, again, the switch is on. Let's see. No. Oh, blimey. Oh. So the problem is, without getting a live out of that little PCB, I don't know if it's that or not. Yeah. Nothing. This does work, is it? Before we go too far, I'm just putting my drill charger across. Best. It's a horrible one, but it works. There is a green flashing light. So yeah, I still don't trust that little circuit board at all. I need to get a live to come out of it, surely. So this thing is being weird. We are in continuity mode on the multimeter, and I can get continuity from the flex down to the switch. If I can just get this to hold on here, beep there, and then on the live, a beep there. We have continuity through the switch, which is off, on, and I can get continuity down from the neutral to where it exits the circuit board, but not the live. And that's because there is, in fact, I can get live down to here, but no further, and that thing needs to be energized. So we go down to 750 volts, and I'm going to be very careful to not touch anything I shouldn't now. We're going to plug this in with everything exposed, and we get 243 volts. That wasn't working earlier. Still unplug that because I've got 243 volts. I've got a whole Dyson. I put this on and tested this and then took it all off. I was going to show you that the cable didn't work and plugged this in and it worked, but that's getting voltage out of that circuit board. Okay, well, perhaps we should just smash it back onto the vacuum and see if it runs. Well, the switch is still turned on. It's now plugged in. No. What on earth is going on? Well, we have voltage coming out of the handle. That was always step one. I don't know what the heck this cursed thing is all about. Maybe the guy was right when he said the motor was being a bit iffy. There's only one way to find out though, sadly, and that is now to disassemble the bottom end. We have to take off the nice shiny base plate. One screw there, one screw there, one screw here. Oh, I've never been used. I don't know what this thing's problem is. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's, I mean, the only marks on it are scuffs from being moved around. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, we have two machine screws and a plastic screw. Very nice. Oh, brand new brush roll. Out it comes. One very floppily warm belt. Yeah, look, you would tell if this had been used for any length of time because that would be worn down. This is very, very strange. Right, then 1, 2, 3, and here 4 screws. Is that it? I don't actually remember. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take you off and you off because that's only going to help. And I believe, oh yeah, look, it's already fallen off. If I turn this over, we can lift off the hood and put that very carefully out of the way. Push all the screws out and we'll carry on. Next, we can take off this one screw here holding on this side of the pivot hinge, like so. And then I think we can almost pull the whole thing apart, like so. I want to pop, oh, of course you're going to be, there we go, difficult and stiff. Oh, there was a clip, there we go, look, little rusty clip just popped off. I presume you sit on there. And then, yeah, we can separate the two halves of the machine. We don't need to take apart this. This is the bit that fell apart on my New Wave, very annoyingly. There is the lever, there we go, that moves the clutch up and down. Very cool, but we don't care about any of that. We needed to do that. Oh, and I've got to open the bag door again so that we can get to here, which is the motor housing itself. 2 screws there. Ooh, 1 screw here. And another screw here should, hey, reveal, ooh, a motor. Wow, doesn't that look a little bit surface rusty? Okay, how does all this rubbish come out? Ha! Look, they didn't change all of the mouldings. That is the exact same colour as my earlier New Wave. Oh, bless Vax. There's no point changing it, is there? Because it does the job. So, oh, it's these horrible, hateful, horrible, clippy terminals. Oh, bother. Of course, I don't have the right tool for the job. What I'm doing is just poking the middle, and that loosens it enough to release the clips. And we can take this aside and see our brand new, never used motor. Although it is quite green, I don't quite know what its problem is, but yeah, it is there and working okay. I don't quite know what the next best thing to do here is, whether we have a look at this motor. I almost want to test these wires now to see whether we still have voltage from there, and we can do that because it's all still live. So, oh my goodness, let's get set up first because we really don't want to. It's almost a shame I don't have my crocodile clips that these came with, especially the right tool for the job. And yeah, I don't know where they are. Will you clip onto? Oh, you won't. I'm going to put a bit of tape around these. Hang on. There we go. That seems just a little bit safer. Oh, goodness sake, we don't. Oh, I mean, I don't want to move them about too much. This is what I don't get. We have voltage at the handle. There will be nothing bar, I'll turn that off just in case, bar that spinal lead going down to there. What is going on? We had neutral from the PCB. So if we turn this back to continuity, yeah, we're back to having neutral. I don't know. I think we've all changed that cable. One Dyson cable fitted later, and look at that. 240, you can't see that at all, 240 volts coming from those motor tails. I don't know now if we just put this motor back in and check it out. I guess it wouldn't hurt, would it? And in theory, if that has worked, this thing should fire up into life. Oh my goodness. Wow. It can only really be the motor, but that is so strange. I hate this machine. So what do we do now? We have confirmed relatively confidently that we have voltage going down to the motor. The next logical step is to pop another motor in it, but oh, of course, motors for Vax HF1400 aren't that easy to come by. Oh, here's one. Yeah, got ourselves a brand new motor from Barton's. I mean, it's not quite as shiny and new looking as that motor, but I'm hoping it works. That's all it's got to do, really. Best go down the line, the process of elimination, and have a look at the motor, because maybe it's got some sort of fault that will be easily rectified. I'm running out of options, really, but not so quick. Oh no, it wouldn't be so simple as to drop the new motor in, would it? I think it has turned on once, because look, the armature and the com is all mucky and not very nice. This is the Barton's motor. It's obviously been bench tested and has been sat somewhere with a bit of moisture on it, but I'm hoping it'll be okay. No, we needed to swap round this top cap because they are different, and this has to go onto there in order to clamp in, and these are very brittle indeed. I broke, luckily, the one that we don't need. The one that we do need should. I'm going to be very careful doing this and not catch or bend the fan itself. And it only goes on one way. That will help immensely. There it is. Then this bit fits on. Then you take that bit out. Then the motor will just drop in to its spot. Oh, what fun! Now we get double jeopardy of will it work and will the new motor work. Oh my goodness. Here we go. It's doing its fair share of arcing. It's probably going to clean itself up though. Can you see? Oh yes you can. Look into the fan. Oh, I don't like that either. Oh blimey. Well, it runs. It's definitely this motor. But the other one that I've got is even more disgusting. I mean, why even cause this one to die? I don't know if I can clean that up or not, really. Guess we probably will try. Buff some of that corrosion off with a bit of wire wool, maybe. Oh, in and out, in and out, in and out. What was your problem, maybe? Are you going to reveal your secrets? Carbon brush is wedged in. I think this is brand new. It's just been stored damp. This is always the problem. I can't even get that carbon brush out. This is always the problem with motors that don't see any use. However, seeing how much that one's sparking, my plan B is to just swap the carbon holders over. Oh, I'm going to go for coffee and a think. Well, it's been several months now since that last bit of video, and, well, we haven't found any new motors. There just are none. So, I thought of something else. This is, I think it's the original motor that came out of this. The new one is in it. I honestly can't remember. You'll know, because you've just seen it. But here we have one of the motors, and I mean, I've made it quite clean. What I did was, my friend Richie reminded me of their existence. I got some of these commutator cleaning stones. They are these long things. I don't want to break it, so I won't bend it because it's quite brittle, but it is basically a block of sandpaper. And I put the drill onto the brush roll spindle and just held it as straight as I could onto there and span it both ways a little bit with a different stick. This is a new one. So, I don't know really. We've got no other option. It's cleaned up fairly well. I mean, yeah, there's... To the naked eye, it's still perhaps a little bit black, but looking at it on the screen, nothing seems really, really burnt out. I think it was just a corrosion. I'm hoping it was just a corrosion. What we're going to do now, what I'm going to do now, is take it all back apart, because I need the cover from that motor to go back onto this. Put it back in, and we'll see if that works. Right, time to play. Has that worked? The machine is turned on. It's at the perfect angle anyway. Am I optimistic? No, not at all really. I don't know if I can hear it being a bit grumbly or not. Look, that's the dust from the com cleaning sticks. Let's carry on. My goodness, I think that's done it. Let us check that the brush roll works. I still don't trust it for anything. Yeah? We fixed it! Oh my goodness! that is excellent, because the other motor really did burn out. Obviously, we haven't shown this yet, but yeah, I don't think that will clean up with a com stick. Now though, it lives. Oh my goodness, this has taken so long. So I guess my cautionary tale from this is that if you have a machine, brand new old stock, never use vacuum, you probably should check it out, try it out, at least unbox it and try and rotate the motor so that it's not sat in the same position. Because yeah, that was all caused by a little tiny bit of damp and fixed with a commutator cleaning stick. So yeah, this is actually the first use I've had of these, so that is very cool, and I have a lifetime's use now. So, excellent. All rather ends well. So yeah, if you have a machine that's never been used, rotate the motor. And if you have a motor that's mildly burnt out, maybe try a com stick. I don't know. It's not going to work for many things. Don't go thinking it's going to fix a really burnt out Dyson motor. But I mean, it's doing it. Oh, sadly that's coming off a little bit. But I think I need to clean the whole thing down, especially now, and stick that back on. So I will do that, and this can go back to its owner. And until the next new old stock, brand new broken vacuum cleaner, I, but not this, Vax HF1400, will see you soon. Bye bye.